There's no doubt. First of all, we'd just like to congratulate Florida State. They are the ACC champions. They're a classy team. They play a great brand of soccer, and we wish them the best as they move on through the tournament. As far as our team goes, I could not be more proud of our effort all year. This team set standards and records and everything from our fitness and weight training records all the way to wins at home and winning games in the Big 12 tournament, hosting an NCAA game, winning an NCAA game, and then what I thought was one of the 2 or 3 best teams in the country going toe-to-toe and being right there, 6 minutes away from penalties. Their effort was extraordinary, and the thing that we knew on the sideline, and it's easy to say, I guess, because it happened, but all year we have scored goals in the last 3 minutes to put games into overtime, to win games, to tie games, and it was great to see we could do it on such a big stage tonight.
Gentleman Mark from the Tallahassee, it seemed like both teams were kind of dodging bullets there in both overtimes in the last 10, 15 minutes. Maybe just talk about just the pace of the game and the opportunities both teams had.
Yeah, it got pretty wide open once that many minutes had been logged and teams fatigued a little bit. I thought our fitness was great. I think theirs was obviously good too, but the game did open up, and they kind of passed their way through, and we picked off a few of them and went the other way and had a little bit more of a slicing approach to it, trying to get it to Janine and Don. Jay had a great run up the field that got us a great opportunity as well. So, overtime is one of those games where you want to be smart and conservative because you don't want to give up the goal, but at the same time you're trying to win the game. So players are making decisions with kind of in 2 mindsets. But, nobody was holding on for PKs. Both teams were trying to win, and I think fans and coaches and players appreciate that.
Any other questions?
For these guys?
Either one of the players, if you could elaborate or follow up on what Coach is talking about, just the ebb and flow of the game the last 15 minutes or 20 minutes or so.
Well, we've seen a lot of overtime games this year. It's been kind of a crazy season in that sense, but we've learned to go for 90 or 90 plus like we have been in this past season, and I think that our mentality was just never to give up, and so was theirs. So it was just a hard-fought battle in the last, 20 minutes, and what a nice goal she scored at the end. But, we gave it our all, and we're looking towards next season already, but what a great game.
This season has been a pretty special one for y'all. And I'm also sending a story back to the Lubbock newspaper. So can you maybe talk about what this season meant to y'all?
I think this season meant a lot for us, especially since it was our first go at the NCAA tournament. We were playing all season for our seniors in particular. This was the year that we finally got into the tournament, so it was a big year for us. And I don't know, even starting from the spring to when the freshmen came in the summer, we were just going as hard as we could, especially in training. And I think that out of all the seasons that we've had, this is, by far our best one, and we wanted to do everything that we could. So it meant a lot.
Coach, what does this season mean for the program?
Well, I think if we come in here and get blown out by the ACC champions, it means we did well enough to get in, but we have an enormous amount of work to do. Now, we still feel like we have a lot of work to do, but I think once the pain subsides, we'll reflect on this as a pretty good measuring stick. I don't know there's many teams out there better than Florida State, and obviously we played really well. So I think it gives us great confidence going forward that we're on the right track, and that over time we could continue to improve the team we have through recruiting and just developing these players. I think Jay's one of the best left backs in the country, and Janine is easily one of the best freshmen in college soccer. So we've got some great young players, and it really just gives us confidence. I think the first 20 minutes our players were like, okay, we can do this. This team is good that we're playing, but we're not going to get outclassed here tonight. And I think that was great because confidence and character and resilience and all these things are many times a product of just experience. And this was a first-time experience for them under the bright lights of an away game in the second round of the NCAA tournament. So it points to growth, and it points to the fact that we belonged here and in this game.
I could ask one more. I obviously haven't seen you play this year. Defensively, is that the way you all played all year?
In terms of?
It just seemed like y'all were so compact back there.
Most teams we play don't pass the ball as well as Florida State. Okay. So that was more of a byproduct of the way they play. Gotcha. We did try to keep the game fairly compact. So I think there was a little bit different there than what you would have seen in our conference. Is a little more pressing, a little more, we're a really good passing team too, but when Florida State gets the ball, they go sideways quite a bit. And so if you want to run yourself ragged, you're welcome to do that, but we chose to just say, all right, you can go sideways. We didn't want them to go vertical, which I think, back to your point, that's where overtime got dicey because both teams were able to get more vertical, and that was the final straw, I guess, that got us.